It's Deborah Poppink, and I wanted to break down the song 7 by Taylor Swift from Folklore. I thought I'd do 3 videos. One talking about the lyric, the story of the lyrics, and part 2, the way she and Aaron Dessner, who's her co-writer, use rhyme and prosody. And in part 3, I want to talk about the musical choices that she... 7, it's not your traditional verse, chorus, bridge, chorus song. And it's not your traditional AABA form. It's almost like a musical theater form. You have 4 different sections meandering and returning to one another. You look at the beginning, you've got please picture me in the trees, I hit my peak at 7. Please. She's first inviting us and asking us for a favor almost. Picture me. Okay, the minute she says picture me, we're ready to see, like with a canvas in our mind. And the trees, okay, and I'm thinking more pictures are coming, but I hit my peak at 7. So in the second line, she's revealing something about not only did she hit her peak there, which could tie into being high in the trees and up at the peak, but also almost like she peaked out, like she was her best at 7. Plus, she's revealing something of herself in the second line. Here we go back to the pictures. Feet in the swing over the creek. I see it. I was too scared to jump in. So then here in the end of the second little line, she's revealing again that she had fear. Even though she's up there, there was fear to go further. Now to jump in is an interesting word because you think, okay, literally she's jumping into the creek. But, you know, jumping in is also like a commit, grounding down and saying, this is what I'm going to do, jumping in, making a choice there. But I was high in the sky with Pennsylvania under me. So now we're in a particular place and she's particularly high in a place above Pennsylvania. And then in this last line, are there still beautiful things? She's like, now we know that she thinks of this as this beautiful time, and whatever present moment she's in now, she wonders, are there still beautiful things, those beautiful things? Into this B section. Now, first, Taylor is a master at her lists of painting pictures using nouns and active verbs to put us in that place. Sweet tea in the summer. I got it. It's hot. It's descriptive. Cross your heart, won't tell no other. Now all of a sudden, she's in a dialogue with someone. Cross your heart. This is going to be a promise. Plus it brings us back to the childhood. When you have a secret with someone and cross your heart, hope to die, stick a needle in your eye. But there's some sort of secret. This is just like the first big reveal of this song. And though I can't recall your face, so now we know she's got all of this heart and all of these feelings, but she doesn't remember this person's face. We don't know much about this person yet, but we know from this next line, I still got love for you. So there's this feeling in her heart that's filled with this love for this person who she has strong memories about, but she can't see the face. Then she clues us into more. Your braids like a pattern, which is cool because she's the singer, the perspective of the singer. I'm saying it's Taylor. Whoever the person is that's singing, because sometimes I think it's all about her and then I realize she's writing about other people. And I don't say that as a diss. I'm just saying as a songwriter myself, I first go from my experience and then I wonder how it can connect in other ways. Your braids like a pattern. The first thing I saw was she was looking at the braids of maybe a girl, but then I thought, well, maybe Taylor, as the perspective person, was braiding her hair, and I'm guessing it's a female. Your braids like a pattern, love you to the moon and Saturn, so that's like an undying love, and in referencing a children's book, passed down like folk songs. The love lasts so long, which is so interesting because folk songs traveled from troubadours to streets to campfires to pubs, and these legends were changed. It wasn't like that's how the song goes. They evolved, but they still lived on and on even though the story itself was over. the love lasts so long. So she's got this strong, strong love. Now here in the C section, all of a sudden she takes it straight to the present. And I've been meaning to tell you, I think your house is haunted. Your dad is always mad, and that must be why. I think you should come live with me and we can be pirates. Then you won't have to cry. So this is the second big reveal. She's worried about her friend. She's worried about she's living with this dad that's mad. We don't know if he's abusing her or if he's depressed or if he's just angry all the time. We know that Taylor doesn't want to be in this house, or it's spooky anyway. And she never told her friend. I've been meaning to tell you. So now it's like she's in a reverie where she's communicating to this person who she can't even see the face, but she really needed to say this. I think you should come live with me where you'll be safe and we can be pirates. We can be safe in our make-believe world and you won't have to cry. So now in this reveal, her friend is sad. Now this D section was the or hide in the closet, where she goes into a little bit of a different chordal progression there. Or hide in the closet, and just like a folk song, our love will be passed on, which is reminiscent again of this passed down like folk songs. The love lasts so long. This song could have been called folk song in a way. Now we're going to go back up to the top section, the A section again. She starts off again, please. Now is she talking to the person she's singing to, or is she talking to herself? We don't know, but she's asking, please picture me. And you're thinking we're going to go back into the trees, but no. She pulls one of those cool Taylor tricks, in the weeds. Now, when you're in the weeds, you're either sitting in a pile of weeds like she is in the Spotify video, or you're high and you're sitting in a bunch of weed, or you're in the weeds, you're just confused, you're tangled up, you're not seeing things clearly. Picture me in the weeds. Before I learned civility, you think be civil, be civilized, but in civility, you hold back and you hold your tongue and you keep your thoughts to yourself because they might be rude or might be impolite. But back then, I used to scream ferociously anytime I wanted. And we all know those feelings when you're a kid. You're like, I'm hungry, or like, I'm scared, or just get out, or let's go. Like, you don't think, oh, I'm hungry, but this isn't the appropriate time. So she's ferociously, anytime she wanted to, would be ferocious. But I think it's interesting because here at the beginning, she's also scared to jump in, which is, again, another great thing about 7, because when you're 7, you have all that flooding in you. You have fearlessness, and you have fear because you're a kid. So then we go back to this sweet tea in the summer, and you think you're going to get a repeat, right? Sweet tea in the summer, cross my heart, won't tell no other. We don't know if she's saying I won't tell no other, or she's saying you don't tell no other. But here, although I can't recall your face, I still got love for you. Once again, she is flooded, filled, and forever will be with this relationship. And then at the end, pack your dolls and a sweater. We'll move to India forever. Now, how many of you had that secret plan with your secret best friend that you were going to run away with a little stick and a little bandana filled with your toothbrush and some bread and have this adventure? Passed down like folk songs, our love lasts so long. I think this is a brilliant lyric, and in part 2, I'm going to discuss the prosody, which is the way the lyrics fall and land on certain melodies. Please chime in with what your thoughts and feelings were about these lyrics. I'm sure I'm missing so many things that she's done here. I love the mysticism of songs and how it's personal to everyone, but as a songwriter, what's great about Taylor, and I'm so grateful, I want to give you this shout out, Taylor, is that I'm 56, and when I was 12, I did not have songs being written by a woman with a fresh voice, a fresh perspective, where she was in control of what she put out. And there were great women singers, and of course we always have Joni, and there are more, but on the radio, ready to expand the journey of a young girl and a woman and our perspective, which is very different. I don't think a lot of boys, I don't want to pigeonhole anyone, but I didn't see boys when I was growing up like lying in playing in trees and braiding each other's hair and planning to run away, but I'm sure they did. Please tell me what you think. She's like the Easter Bunny, right? There's so many hidden things that I probably missed. Please let me know what you think in the comments, and enjoy this record. I am so grateful that we have this record, especially now at this time in our world. Okay, keep writing, keep singing, and see you next time.